Tell me a little bit about this panel you assembled, why you did it, and how you got them all together in a room.
Well, we thought that there needed to be an opportunity for the CEOs of big companies in the U.S. and also overseas to weigh in on policy choices. Not that they ought to be running the country. Obviously, they shouldn't. But these are people who employ 6 million people. They have revenues of over $2 trillion. Obviously, how policies affect them and their ability to grow that 6 million is going to be very important to the country.
So let's go through the list. I got it right here. And we'll just start at the top. Fiscal stimulus. Number 2 is educated workforce. Number 3, economic vision. Number 4, comprehensive energy and environment policy. Number 5, tax policy. So, yes, you want to say something?
Yeah, Joe, start with fiscal stimulus, because
gotcha.
I think that was the overwhelming consensus of the group, and it says something about the economic times we're in. They were talking about a fiscal stimulus bill, and not a small one. Remember, after the election, Nancy Pelosi said 50 to 100 billion. These CEOs, who are conservative people, said 300 billion plus. That's the minimum. So you're talking about a really big spending bill.
Now, they want this passed through to consumers, to the users of credit and so on, or what?
Well, first of all, they want it done very quickly. They emphasized, things that spend out quickly. Infrastructure projects. They talked about energy projects, whether it's solar panels, windmills. I think this is the kind of thing, frankly, that you're now going to see the administration focus on, taking their cue in part from these CEOs.
Tax policy. Now, this is one that we've talked a lot about for Barack Obama, and I would imagine CEOs have a very different idea about what to do with tax policy.
Yes, they do. No question it's different. But there were some surprises there. I mean, obviously, these guys would like to see corporate taxes reduced. They think that's necessary in order to compete in the world. You can say that's in their own self-interest. But the other thing that there was a consensus on was raising gasoline taxes. They say, look, we know we need more revenue down the road. There's no way to do this without some more revenue. Raising gas taxes has double benefits. You get the revenue and you encourage conservation. Why not go in that direction? They know it's not going to be politically popular, but they said, we're not going to censor ourselves. This is what we think we should do.
So when you think of CEOs, you think button-down, corporate, boardroom, very conservative, right? Were there any surprising proposals?
Well, yeah, it was pretty surprising. We broke up into groups, and 4 different groups to tackle the main topics that the administration is going to face. The healthcare group came back, and their #1 priority was not control costs, not universal health care. It was fight obesity. They said the obesity epidemic has caused such expense to business, to the government, to the economy, that it really needs to be tackled with a national presidential level program.
Wow, that is fascinating.
Yeah, that surprised everyone, including, I think, the people in the group. But it was their #1 priority.
Headlines right now, we're talking so much about the automakers, Big 3 bailout, rescue plan, what have you. Was there any talk about this at all?
Well, I should tell you, first of all, that none of the CEOs of the Big 3 automakers were there. Rick Wagner, Rick Wagner had said he was going to come, but then had to pull out, which is not surprising. They have other things on their plate right now. Carlos Ghosn, the CEO of Nissan, was there. There was some talk about autos. It didn't come close to making it into the top priorities of this group. Bailing out the auto companies was not something they saw as essential to the future of the economy.
Wow. Alan Murray, thanks so much for coming in. Just
Good to see you, Joe.
Wish I could have been in that room.
It was a pretty interesting conversation.